Good afternoon. Dozens of firefighters are tackling a large blaze at a parcel centre in Staffordshire. Plumes of smoke from the building in Cannock can be seen for nearly 20 miles around, and businesses nearby have been urged to evacuate staff. There are no reports of injuries. Our reporter Liz Copper is at the scene and sent us the latest.
It was around 6:15 this morning when emergency crews were first called here, and this has been a major fire. As I drove here myself along the A5, along Watling Street, you could see the smoke from quite some distance away. Now we're joined this lunchtime by Glyn Illusiony from the Staffordshire Fire Service. Just begin by painting us a picture of the scene that greeted the first firefighters when they arrived on scene here.
It was an incredibly challenging scene this morning for our firefighters from Staffordshire that attended in the early hours of this morning. We met with a large high bay distribution warehouse fully engulfed in flames in a serious fire.
And what's the situation now?
It's still burning behind us. Unfortunately, it's going to be burning for some time. However, the fire is now fully surrounded by fire crews. It's fully under control and they're stopping any further spread or development. Now, unfortunately, as a consequence of the size of the fire, there is a significant smoke plume that's in effect going up into the atmosphere and then dissipating. So that is something that we've got an eye on. We're working closely with partners in other agencies to monitor the impacts of that and give the appropriate advice to local residents, businesses, and obviously keeping an eye on how that affects our responders here at the scene. Of course, residents, if anybody is affected by parts of the smoke plume, then I would tell them to obviously remove themselves from that area if they can do. If they can't, shut the windows, the doors.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us this lunchtime on what's a very busy day for you. As we heard there, it will be some time before this fire is completely extinguished. In the meantime, people are being advised to stay well away from the scene.
And that was Liz Copper reporting there. Next is lunchtime. The MP for Stratford-on-Avon, Nadeem Zahawi, says
oh, that's who is Nadeem Zahawi.
The Chancellor was sacked as Tory party chairman in January last year after an inquiry found he'd failed to disclose that HMRC was investigating his tax affairs. In a lengthy statement, he said, "My mistakes have been mine." He said it had been his greatest honour to serve the people of Stratford. Next, a young artist from the Black Country responsible for a mural some mistook for Banksy is opening an exhibition in Birmingham. Dylan Kitson draws much of his inspiration from his hometown of Dudley. His artworks incorporate items found in Cannock or on towpaths. And some of the pieces are going on display at the former silver factory in the jewellery quarter, as Kevin Reid reports.
This is the Birmingham mural some thought may have been a Banksy, but in fact it was the work of Dudley artist Dylan Kitson. Now his latest works are being displayed in an exhibition in Birmingham's jewellery quarter entitled Silver Lining. The backdrop is a former silverware factory run by J.W. Evans, which closed 18 years ago but has been preserved by English heritage. And Dylan's exhibits include a nitrous oxide desk toy, a baked beans clock, and a homage to that great British factory tradition, the tea break.
I was eating too many biscuits in lockdown, couldn't leave the house, sat down with some biscuits and a cup of tea and some pins and started fiddling with them, and suddenly I've made this kind of waving biscuit and cup.
His Banksy-esque mural depicts Dorothy from the film The Wizard of Oz, and so too the exhibition features another of the film's characters, the Tin Man, recreated in Dion's own image.
The Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz is like this allegorical metaphor for the industrial worker mechanicalised by the production line. I think that kind of lends itself to the Industrial Revolution in the Black Country in the Midlands. So I kind of saw myself as the Tin Man, or the decline of the Tin Man, needing some oil. So I, instead of doing self-portrait as an artist, I did a self-portrait as the Tin Man.
Now this is the packing room, and obviously whoever used to work here was a massive Aston Villa fan. There are posters and pictures all over the walls, but Dion's applied his sense of humour to this one by putting up a cardboard cutout of Steve Bull from his beloved Wolves. He's been a season ticket holder since the age of 7. Even the exhibition's name is homage to the song Hi-Ho Silver Lining, synonymous with the club. But most of all, Dion is proud to be working class in what can be perceived as a middle-class industry. Kevin Reid, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
Beavers have been introduced to the Wyre Forest to help with water levels on the Dalles Brook. It's the first time they've been living in the forest for hundreds of years. A family of 6 moved into their new lodge last month and have already started work building dams. It's hoped their introduction will help with flood management and improve the ecosystem. Let's go on to the football now, and fans are gathering in Athens ahead of Aston Villa's big showdown this evening. Villa have work to do if they're to reach the final of the Europa Conference League after a 4-2 defeat at the hands of Olympiacos in the first leg of their semi-final. But that hasn't deterred hopeful supporters from making the trip, as Glenn Sidwell found out.
Nicola from Athens, we're here at a rooftop bar in the city. Behind us, a whole load of Villa fans who have travelled from all over, mainly across the West Midlands, but there is one man who has made the journey a lot further than that, and that is Dan Lowry. Dan, tell us where you've come from for the game.
I come from Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
That's some journey. I mean, I guess you were a Villa fan before you're in Canada?
I was born into it all my life, season ticket holder 20 years, and then I run the Vancouver Lions Sports Club now in Vancouver, and couldn't miss this, had to come out of here.
I mean, it's a heck of a journey. I don't know how many thousand miles it is.
It was a long old journey. Got back last Wednesday, went to the first leg, and went to Brighton away Sunday, and then over here, and hopefully we can do the business today and get to the final, fingers crossed. But bit of a job on our hands. But
I mean, you said you couldn't miss it. Was it a game that you could?
There's no way I could. I couldn't. Have to be there. But one of the best seasons we've had in my lifetime. So there was no way I could be away from it.
And it's not bad, is it? Acropolis behind you.
All the lads, you know what I mean, brilliant.
And are we going to do?
Get an early goal, mate. You never know. I think we can do it. I think we can do the business.
Well, fantastic. Enjoy it and safe trip home. And if you're worried about the game, if you're a Villa fan worried about the score, come and meet Ben here. Ben has got his lucky pants on, he tells me. So just check this out. There you go. Ben's got his lucky pants. What's the score tonight, Ben?
3-0 Villa. Come on!
There you go. If Ben's got his lucky pants on, we've got people from Vancouver. Let's keep our fingers crossed that Villa can get to the final later tonight.
Well, obviously, hopefully, fingers crossed they'll win because he had his lucky pants on, and Ben probably had them on as well, so that's a good thing. Right, shall we get the weather now? Enough of that nonsense.
Yeah, I'm not going to show you my lucky pants.
We'll both get the same.
It's a lovely day today, isn't it, Nicola? We've got a beautiful picture here from Worcestershire, Licky End in Worcestershire, Bluebell Woods with dapple sunshine, and we've got more of that to come over the next few days. It's a lovely picture behind the scenes as well because high pressure is dominating. This high pressure will gradually ease off to the east and it'll allow for these fronts to come in from the west, but that won't be until midday later on Sunday. So that'll introduce a few showers at that stage, but in the meantime it's going to be dry, lots of sunshine out there at the moment, and our temperatures up to about 22, possibly even 23 Celsius, where we get the sunniest spots, but light winds as well, and our temperatures then dropping back down to around 9 to 12 Celsius overnight, despite these clear skies. We've just got a little bit of cloud nibbling away at the eastern fringes, and where we get these clear skies, I beg your pardon, we're going to get some mist and fog patches developing as well into the early hours tomorrow, but lows of 10 or 11 Celsius. So we've got lots of sunshine to start the day tomorrow. That mist and fog, if there is any, will burn away very quickly, and then we've got some convective cloud developing through the day, and then just be the odd rogue shower towards the north of the region. Top temperatures of 23 Celsius.
Blimey.
Probably going to turn out to be the warmest day of the week.
Looking forward to that. Thank you. Right then, now of course BBC Radio WM are also in Athens. They'll be bringing you all the build-up from 6 tonight, followed by full match commentary. And Ben Sidwell will be, Ben Godfrey will be here with Midlands today.
Ben Godfrey.
Bye.
Ben Godfrey. Yes.